Well, let us see what is the next best thing that Blender has to offer. So with that being said and done, what I have done, I have taken a cube, I have taken a plane, and I have taken a light, and I have gone to rendered viewport mode. One thing that is creating a problem is this cube and plane are intersecting, but the shadow is not starting right from here. So for that, what I did, I selected the light, came to object data properties, and here in the shadows panel, I came to contact shadows. What it actually does is, look at here, while I click here, you can see the shadows are being joined. So for that, contact shadows has been given. So now we will see what are all the render properties that are given in Blender. When you come to the first option, we have been provided with 3 render engines. Eevee, which is one of the fastest render engines in the entire CG world, but not very accurate. Workbench render engine, it looks something like this, where all the shadows are removed, and this is useful when we give animation to characters and to see if the timing is matching correctly or not. So for that, workbench render is being provided. And finally, the realistic render giving render engine is Cycles. It gives us a realistic render. And the next point is sampling, which is also there in Eevee. But to explain sampling, I am changing from Eevee render engine to Cycles render engine, and here we have this sampling option. What it actually does, even in Eevee, what it actually does, that I am showing. In the render parameter, we have been provided 128 values. What it actually means is, at each and every pixel, means if you render this object, I have rendered it, and if you zoom it out, you see this single boxes. One box is called a pixel, and for one pixel, how many times the Blender will render, that is being defined by this value. This means that 128 samples is given for one pixel. So it is a very nice value on which Blender can easily render. If I come to viewport, this will easily illustrate what I am trying to say. If the viewport value instead of 32 is 1, what it actually happens, where we are now, which we are seeing, this is the viewport sample values. Now if I refresh the viewport, you see there is lots of noise. This noise is created because we have given a lower amount of sampling value. If I increase this value to 8 and change the viewport a little bit, now the noise is being reduced, but it will take a lot of time to render. And instead of 8, if I type 32, there is even lesser noise, but a longer time is required by Blender to render it. So if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure that you leave a comment down below. And if you want to financially support me, you can go on the Patreon's page, which is being created for Blender Veda. There you can support me financially, or you can also support me financially using Google Pay, Phone Pay, Paytm. Phone number will be given in the description as well. And with that being said and done, try to see it, learn it, understand it. I will see you in the next video.
Veda.